Hello everyone, this is Likita M studying in IIC department first semester. Is now going to explain you all the types of adjectives. These are the types of adjectives: adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, possessive adjective, cumulative adjective, degree of adjective, attributive adjective, determiner, participial, limiting adjective, article adjective, exclamatory adjective. Now let's go one by one. Adjective of quality. We can also call this as descriptive adjective. Now let's see the definition of adjective of quality. Adjective of quality or descriptive adjective can be defined as an adjective which is used in a sentence to express the shape, size, and color of a person, thing, animal, or place. Descriptive adjectives are used to give more information about the noun. Or we can also define adjective of quality as descriptive adjectives are the adjective that add color, size, and shape to the person, place, and thing. Green leafy vegetables are very healthy. Here, green and leafy are descriptive adjectives describing the color and shape of a noun, vegetables. The tall and handsome boy is my brother. Here, tall and handsome are the descriptive adjectives referring the shape and appearance of the noun boy. Fresh and green vegetables have more vitamins and minerals. Here, fresh and green words are descriptive adjectives denoting the quality and color of the noun vegetables. And here are some more examples of quality adjective. Adjective of quantity. Adjective of quantity refer to how many or how much of something. Adjective of quantity is used with noun. We get these numeral adjectives to know the quantity by asking a question, how much? These quantity telling words tells us the amount of noun but does not tell the exact number. Adjective of quantity are used when we do not want the exact number of noun. Examples: I took some notebooks. They had enough plates. I gave all his pens. He has no qualification, and so on. Adjective of number. It expresses the definite quantity of noun. Or, in easy words, we can say that it tells us the exact number of something. Let's say someone asked me, Miss Manisha, tell me how many students are in your class? So I say, I have 30 students. So in this sentence, 30 is an adjective of number. Some more examples here. I have 5 students. I have 4 carpets. I have 3 glasses. They have 20 cardboards, etc. Indefinite adjectives. An indefinite adjective is an adjective used to describe a noun in a non-specific sense. The most common indefinite adjectives are any, each, few, many, much, most, several, and some. Examples based on indefinite adjectives are: I liked most people at the party. Some mice had chewed the cables. There are several reasons for my resignation, and so on. This is a indefinite adjectives picture, which you can see that in this first example, there are fewer coins in the circulation. Here, fewer is an indefinite adjective which describes coin. And in the second example, would you like some snails in garlic? Here, some is an indefinite adjective which describes snails. Definite adjective. A definite adjective is an adjective that introduces a noun phrase in such a way that the reader knows that the noun being talked about a common knowledge has already been mentioned or, as the name implies, defines the noun. The most common definite adjective is the. If we use the same sentence as above, my best friend brought me the gorgeous golden retriever puppy for my birthday. The word the shows we are defining or identifying a specific puppy or that the reader already knows about the puppy. For other examples are, if the noun is common knowledge because of its unique, the President of the United States is coming. Other examples, if there is only one in that area or place, my friends stay in a small town next to the library. When something has already been mentioned, that time we use an example saying that a dog ran into the road, but someone stopped their car and rescued the dog from oncoming traffic. Demonstrative adjective. As the name suggests, demonstrative adjective is an adjective that can be used in a specifically to describe the position of someone or something. Examples of demonstrative adjective. The words this, that, these, and those are used as demonstrative adjectives. Let's see the examples. This hospital was where I was born. I am not in a situation to lend you money at this moment. That boy was the one who won the first prize in the interstate singing competition. Can you send those packages to the store? Interrogative adjective. An interrogative adjective is a word like whose, what, and which that is employed in order to modify the noun or the pronoun by asking a question. Definition of interrogative adjective. An interrogative adjective, also known as interrogative determiner, is an adjective that modifies a noun by asking a question. Examples of interrogative adjective. There are only 3 interrogative adjectives in English. Let's look into it. First example is, whose bag is this? Did you find out whose keys those were? Second type, where we use the word what. What kind of books would you suggest for the students of grade 8? Do you know what sorts of desserts Manu likes? And third example, where we use the word which. Do you have any idea which teacher would you be accompanying us for the trip? Around 5 movies were released in the theater last Friday. Which movie would you like to watch? Possessive adjective. Possessive adjective is defined as an adjective such as my or yours, which shows who or what something belongs to or is connected with. Example, Ram is my brother. We travel to Bangalore in my car. My laptop is broken has to be serviced. Cumulative adjective. Adjectives are the words that modify or describes noun. When 2 or more adjective modifies the same noun following a specific order, those adjectives are called cumulative adjective. For example, the 2-year-old brown American black-belly sheep belongs to Johnson's. The children brought several beautiful purple flowers for their grandmother. Someone has left an old stripped wooden foldings chair in the park. This is the order of cumulative adjective, where all these articles, quantity, opinion, size, health or shape, color, origin or religion, material, process, and the words belongs to these are used. Degrees of adjective. Adjective have 3 degrees that help in comparing one thing to another. These degrees of adjective help in expressing the intensities of adjective in increasing order. Those 3 types of degree of comparison is positive, comparative, and superlative. Positive degree. The notion of positive degree is the easiest to understand the English grammar. In contrast to comparative or superlative degree, the positive degree is the basic, standardized, and uncompared variant of an adjective in an English grammar, also known as the absolute degree or the basic form. So hence, positive degree is one of the degrees of adjective that is a basic form and only expresses the existence of quality. Example of positive degree of adjectives are: Tim is looking handsome in the yellow t-shirt. Sheetal's son Rohit runs fast. He has a big dog who has gorgeous fur. Mohit is a smart boy. Rima is a pretty lady, and so on. Comparative degrees of adjective. These degrees of adjectives are those that compare a noun to another. Comparative degree usually end with and are accompanied by the words than or to. Also, the comparative degree is formed by adding the term more preceding the adjective in the form cases, in some cases. Examples are: the motorcycle is bigger than the cycle. The sofa is heavier than the bed. Sheila is taller than Ritu. He is 5 years older than me. Superlative degree of adjective. A superlative adjective indicates that one thing outperforms all other in terms of property, attribute, or quantity. There are 2 ways to keep a superlative. To make a superlative: adding ist to the adjective positive form, placing the word most before the adjective, a noun in plus verb plus the and plus the superlative adjective plus the noun of an object. Examples for superlative degree of adjective are: this is the most stunning gown I have ever seen. The biggest board in the hallway, and so on. Rules for degrees of adjective. Rule number 1. When comparing 2 things or individuals, a comparative degree is employed by adding to the adjective term in the conjunction with the term than. In some circumstances, the word more is employed. For example, she is wiser than her sibling. Similarly, when comparing more than 2 objects or individuals, the superlative degree is utilized by attaching ist to the adjective term. Or in most certain cases, they use the word most. Rule number 2. When comparing quantities in a singular item or an individual, use more, even if the initial adjective is only one syllable. For example, she is more intelligent than witty. The third rule is avoid using double comparative or superlative adjective. For example, these pineapples are juicier than those. Fourth rule is never use more or most with suitable meaning adjectives. This path is aligned and the other is not. Fifth rule is a few adjectives are followed by 2 such as senior, junior, superior, inferior, prefer, elder. When using these adjectives, do not use the word than. I am senior to her. This car manufacturer is superior to that. Rule number 6. When comparing two items, there should be some degree of similarity. That is, similar or equivalent object should be compared. For example, this wall shade is more gorgeous than that of the old one. Rule number 7. When the comparative degree is employed in a sense of superlative degree, utilize any other. Ria is smarter than any other trainee in her group. Rule number 8. When two adjectives with varying degree of comparison are employed in the same statement, both must be complete in their own sense. Helen is as good, if not worse, than her sibling. Rule number 9. When employ quantifies for the comparative degree of an adjective, such as to express if the distinct between the compared item or the individual is minor or large. The words uses a bit, a little, a lot, far, much, a great deal, significantly, etc. For example, my guest house is only marginally bigger than yours. Rule number 10. When modifying the degrees of comparison for irregular adjective, the term modifies altogether rather than addition of or est. She has little juice in the glass. Attributive adjective. An attributive adjective is an adjective that is directly adjacent to a noun or a pronoun that modifies. An attributive adjective is not separated by a noun by a linking verb from a noun by a linking verb. For example, she has a small car. He has some delicious pieces. However, it is possible for an attributive adjective to be used positively, meaning they come after the noun or a pronoun they modify. For example, I got my mom something special. Usain is the fastest man alive. Where do you include an attribute adjective in a sentence? An attribute adjective are the part of some noun phrase has the noun or pronoun they modify. In practice, this means the attribute adjectives come directly before or less commonly immediately after the word that they modify. If an adjective is a part of predict, meaning it is a predict adjective, then it is not an attribute adjective. Attribute adjective used within a subject is purple flower is my favorite. Attribute adjectives used with an object is Peter picked purple flowers. Not an attribute adjective is the flowers are purple. Determiner adjective. A determiner adjective is a member of class of words used to modify noun or noun equivalents. Determiner helps clarify what a noun is referring to and are typically placed before the descriptive adjective. For example, in this sentence, would you like to buy this new book? The word this is a determiner. It tells us about the book we are talking about, this book. It also placed before the descriptive adjective new. These are the list of determiners which we use commonly in our daily lives. A, an, the, this, are, 7, any, and so on. Participial adjective. A participial adjective is an adjective that is identical to form a participle. Before you learn more about participial adjective, it would be a good idea to have a review about past and present participle. In short, Participle are the words that usually end with id or ing and derive from verbs. However, there are many irregular participles that do not have these endings, such as grown, hidden, and broken. A participle adjective simply takes a participle and uses it as an adjective. For example, I put on my running shoes. She was really tired. Types of participle adjective. Past participle has a participle adjective. There are many participle adjectives formed from past participles. For regular verbs, adding id to the base forms creates the past participle. Present participles has participle adjectives. Lot of present participles are used as participle adjective too. By adding ing into the base form of the verb creates the present participle. Limiting adjectives. A limiting adjective is an adjective that modifies a noun or a pronoun by restricting it rather than describing the qualities or traits of it. Limiting adjectives are contrasted to descriptive adjectives which do describe the nouns and pronouns. For example, Karan owns his friendly cats. Lata owns some cats. Sonia likes this dress more than that one. Exclamatory adjective. This is the last type of adjective which we are going to discuss here. An exclamatory adjective is a part of speech. An exclamatory adjective is a word that shows motion, so it is used with a noun. We know what a question word is, but what is usually used to show strong emotion. So it means a word which is used to show a strong emotion is called a exclamatory adjective. We use exclamatory adjective in the conversation. Sometimes the word how is also used to show strong emotion. We use the adjectives when we are surprised about something. We can also use to emphasize something. When we use this adjective in the sentence, we should use an exclamatory mark after completing the sentence. For example, what an idea, what a blessing, what a foolishness, what a wonderful feeling, and so on. Use of what for a singular noun. In this, the verb is not used. We use this when we are surprised or really mean it. For singular noun, we should say in the form of what plus an or an plus an adjective, a noun, and an exclamatory mark. For example, what a cute baby with an exclamatory mark. What an exciting game with an exclamatory mark. What a handsome boy with an exclamatory mark. And what a posture with an exclamatory mark. Now we'll see when we use what for a plural form. For plural nouns, we do not use articles as a or an. Here, we should say in the form as what plus an adjective plus a noun and an exclamatory mark is necessary. For example, what the scholar boys. What beautiful flowers. Now we'll see when we use what with a verb. We have seen that the above examples are without a verb. Now we shall see the use of what with a verb which makes an exclamatory sentence. We should say the sentence in the form what with an article a or an with an adjective and with a subject and the verb with an exclamatory mark has known. For example, what an attractive picture it is. What smart kids they are. What a strong person he is. What a happy lady you are. Now let's see how the word how is used without a verb. Sometimes we use how to express a strong emotion. However, we do not use the word after the word how. So we put down the exclamatory mark at the end. Now we'll see in which form we have to write. For this, it is very easy. We have to just use the word how and an adjective with an exclamatory mark. Example, how strange, how dashing, how beautiful, and how cute. Use of word how for exclamation with a verb. Sometimes the word how is used with a verb to express emotion. We would say like how plus with adjective plus a subject plus verb and of course the exclamatory mark. Example, how studious he is, how curious they are, how perfect it is. Thank you.